Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Masters of the Universe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Masters of the Universe, Masterverse, Masters of the Universe Revolution, King Keldor. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here we have, it's new packaging. So let's take a look at it. 30 points of articulation, Netflix, a Netflix original series. 6 and up Mattel. And then on the top flap here, we have Masterverse and that rocky explosion that really takes you back to those original Masters of the Universe figures. Then we have a much smaller window than what we're used to in the older packaging, and doesn't show as much of the figure. But then we have lots of nice artwork, and we have the Thrones of Eternos there, Keldor right there, Masters of the Universe Revolution right here says King Keldor, and then the artwork here on the front wraps around to this side, because you can see the cape wrapping around there, and then we have Marlena and Randor in the background, and then way in the background, but larger because she's big, is Motherboard. And then on this side, we have some nice just shots of Keldor. And then here on the back, got a nice big shot of Keldor. And I don't know if this is practical photography or a digital render. I'm gonna say practical, and I'm probably wrong. But anyway, some nice artwork right there. And then some shots of features of it. And again, I don't know if they're practical or rendered things. And then we've got some artwork right there. King Keldor, Skeletor in disguise. Randor's half-brother from the Isle of Anwat-Gar, Keldor returns to Eternos to assume the throne. Also available is the cross-sale of Battle Armor He-Man, and that's Revolution Battle Armor He-Man, not to be confused with New Eternia Battle Armor He-Man. And then we have New Eternia Mechanic, New Eternia Triclops, and this figure, Revolution King Keldor. Mattel empowering the next generation through play. And then on the bottom, we have small print, fine print, legalese print, made in Vietnam print, MattelShop.com print, contents, one figure accessories, symbols I'm not going to learn, including that question mark, and a barcode. Also assortment numbers. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers to help take a look at the accessories. And first up, he comes with nothing new in this line. It's an extra set of C-grip hands on an in and out hinge. Nice molded details. Molded in the correct color of plastic. Same holds true for this hand as well. And we have, where'd it go? The alternate head, which is wearing the crown of Eternos. And I have to say, it looks very nice. Much like the animation. And very cool. First Keldor figure. For me, at least. Now let's take a look at the figure himself. Boop. And we'll go ahead and start with his cape, which has elastic bands that run up under his arms. So there's that. I'll just go ahead and pull it off. But it's made so you can adjust it a bit, up, down, but it's really made to sit like I have it sitting here. Kind of slide that off. Sometimes these straps get up under the arms, and that's okay too. I guess it is. I say it is until it gets stuck. course, always on camera, my friends. So there's how it comes off. And it goes back on the opposite way. But I'm sure y'all already had that figured out. So there's that. We'll get that out of the way for now, so we can talk about the rest of the figure. Now, this head sculpt looks just as good as the other one. We've got these upper armor piece molded in this gold plastic. You can see the swirly twirlies in there a little bit. Same with this and this wrist bracer. I want to say both, but there's not. It's not one on this side. Just this side. And then he's got some white paint here at the top of the boots, and that's really it. The head really contains most of the paint apps, or the heads do. Everything else pretty much is molded in the correct colors. A few paint apps right here, 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 and here. And it sucks when they do this gold plastic and then they do a gold paint app, because they never match. And that's any line. I'm not just complaining about Mattel. I'm any company that uses the gold plastic and then the gold paint app. It never matches. So let's talk about Keldor's articulation real quick. It's on a dumbbell with a ball at the top and a ball at the top in the head, and at the bottom in the neck, and a post in between, like a dumbbell. Duh. So he can look up that high. He can look down that far. He's got chicken neck. He's got waggle. He can do the full exorcist. At the shoulder, 360 degrees of rotation. And not quite, you can't quite raise the arm up 90 degrees. Nothing in the bicep. Single hinge and swivel at the elbow. Swivels around 360 degrees. And bends not even 90. And as you can tell, I'm a little disappointed in that. I understand because of the way that it's molded and all, but it aggravates me. 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist on in and out hinge, and in and out hinge on the other side as well. Cut here where the chest and the abdomen meet. It's on a ball. So he gets all kinds of hula. He can lean left and he can lean right. It spins around 360 degrees. He can lean back that far and forward that far. And he does have a straight cut here at the waist. And it's pretty tight for another 360 degrees of rotation. At the hips, let me see. Yes, he does have the pull down hinge in there. It's really tight, I will tell you that. But because of this overlay, he only gets that much of the splits. He can kick forward that far, and he can kick back that far. He does have a cut at the upper thigh, and it will give you 360 degrees of rotation. And I'm going to spin it around backwards like this. He does have a double hinged pinless, almost said pin, pinless knee, and it will give you that much bend. Not that it really matters with this overlay. At the top of the shin, a boot cut for another 360 degrees of rotation. And then at the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and forward facing pin for rocker. And that, my friends, is a look at King Keldor and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Masters of the Universe Masterverse Revolution King Keldor with the Masters of the Universe Masterverse Revelation Horde Skeletor and the Masters of the Universe Masterverse 1987 movie Skeletor. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Masters of the Universe, Masterverse, Revolution, King Keldor, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And our final Masterverse comparison, the Masters of the Universe Masterverse 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Masters of the Universe Masterverse Revolution King Keldor, I have to say it's not a horrible figure for my first Keldor. In fact, I like the overall look of the figure. I like the fact that he comes with a crowned and a non-crowned head. You know, he's got fists, he's got C-grip hands. That's all well and good. Where I have an issue with is the overlays at the bottom. All the articulation that he has in his legs is basically useless because the overlays just block it up that much. And you know, it's not a new thing, and it's not like I expect Mattel to go completely soft goods, but in some cases where soft goods make sense, I would like to see him do it, like King Keldor's cape or cloak, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a very nice piece. It looks good. It takes some adjusting. I don't have it quite adjusted correctly as he's spinning around here, I see, but I like it. It's a nice piece, and I just wish, you know, something could be done to make it where overlays didn't block up all the articulation that these figures have. My one other issue with it, and it's not a super major issue, I don't like it. So, you know, your mileage may vary, but he only has single hinged, or a single hinge and swivel at the elbow. And I understand that that is probably due to the type of sculpt that it is, but there's ways around that as well. And I don't care for it. I don't care for it on Star Wars Black Series. I wish they would, you know, go to double hinged pinless on everything. And I can see some of their figures in that line are moving at least towards knees, but it's not widespread. And I don't remember having seen any recent elbows that were like that. But again, overall, I like this figure. He's going to look good standing on the shelf majestically, especially once I get his cloak straightened up properly. And so I like this figure. It's not the greatest Masterverse figure. It's not even the greatest Revelation or Revolution figure, but it's Keldor, and it looks like Keldor, and it has that really cool cloak. And you know, overall, I'm glad I picked this up. And you know, I just, there's things that could have been done with it to make it a better figure than what it is. And it's, like I said, I don't hate it, and I don't want to hate on it, but you know, it's just, those are the issues that I have with it. All the articulation is basically useless because of the lower overlay and then the single hinge and swivel elbows. But sculpt wise, deco wise, what little bit of deco there is on it, it's all fine. And probably the cloak is the best part of it, I think. And you know, again, that's my opinion. Your mileage may vary. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you. But only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.